It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got a showdown in the Sunshine State. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins on Sunday night.
Just about 8 miles inland from the warm waters of the Atlantic, we are inside Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Good to be in the booth with Greg Olson. I'm Mike Tirico. Greg, this is a passing league. You know that from your days. It's evolved even more into a game in the air. And boy, do we have a couple of quarterbacks who know all about moving their team via the pass.
Yeah, and I think we're going to see this ball thrown early and often throughout the game. And anyone who loves offensive football, this is certainly a treat. And you said it, Mike. This league has turned more and more with each passing season into a passing league. If you can't throw, if you can't generate points through the air and explosive plays, it is going to be very difficult to compete and win week in and week out in today's modern NFL.
Here is Cam Little, ready to get this thing started. And off we go from South Florida. On the return, Malik Washington. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field, led by their quarterback from the University of Alabama, Tua Tagovailoa.
Sometimes we can make NFL football so complicated, Mike. There's different schemes, the personnel, different approaches to how to play the game. But when it all comes down to it, the best teams in the league, they simply just find a way to win. It might look different week in and week out. It might take 40 passes or it might take 40 runs. It could be a shootout or a slugfest. It doesn't matter. They are comfortable operating in all situations, and, man, all you got to do, like Al Davis said, just win, baby.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Tua going to give it to Achane. And it's a positive start. A gain of 5 to get things going. They'll come up here on second down and 5. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's complete. It's Jalen Waddle. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. That's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop. We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Here's second and 3 to go. Play action. Tagovailoa. This one caught at the 4. And the Dolphins are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up second and goal. From a little closer, here's second and goal. They'll bring Waller in motion here. One more time, it's Achane. And this one ruined quickly. Take him back to the 5-yard line.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage, and that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So on fourth down, the Dolphins turn to Jason Sanders for the field goal try. This, about as short as you can get. Sanders' kick is good. And the Dolphins will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, they did a lot of good things on this opening drive, Mike. I know they stalled out once they got down there into the red zone. They're going to need to work on finishing some of these drives as this game moves along. But that's a good 3 points to start this game.
On the return, it's Parker Washington. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense ready to go to work for the first time. Leading them out, the former #1 overall pick back in the 2021 draft, it's Trevor Lawrence.
You think back just a few years ago, Mike, Trevor Lawrence coming out of Clemson, he was regarded as one of the top quarterback prospects of the last decade, and at times he's fit the billing, but it's been the inconsistency, protect the ball, turnovers. If he can clean up a lot of those miscues, he could be one of the top quarterbacks in this league. What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field, and this is a great example here why.
Here's a 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Sacks are drive killers. There is no greater correlation between a defense getting off the field and the ability to rush the quarterback. And when they come on 3rd down, that number just goes up.
On 4th down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt. Malik Washington deep for Miami. A fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. They had the field goal on the opening drive to take the early lead. See if they can improve on it here. 3-0 is our score, and it's 1st and 10. That's taken in by Achane.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll bring Waller in motion here. From the pistol, here's Achane. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Patience is a great quality of a running back. You have to wait for holes and gaps to develop. But in this case, Mike, he just kept waiting, and nothing ended up happening. No gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Here's Tungo Vailoa. This one caught by Waller. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The Jaguars offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On the ground, here's the Clemson product, Travis Etienne. And he'll pick up 2 out to the 27. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Lawrence. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Lawrence now on 2nd down. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Initially, when the quarterback looked his tight end's way, I thought he had a chance for a big pickup. He had nice separation there early. And let's give credit to the defense. They were able to rally quickly to the ball and keep that from being an even bigger game.
They'll try and run for the 1st with Etienne.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the 1st down.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Here's Lawrence to throw. Pressure gets there, and down he goes. So we are through 1 on Sunday Night Football. It's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. In motion comes Thomas. Now 2nd down throw for Lawrence. This pass is caught by Thomas. Third and long. On the draw, the give to Etienne. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the 1st down. 4th down coming up.
In these situations, Mike, you really just have 2 options. You can either try to force the issue and push the ball downfield, looking to get past the sticks, or the second option, which you saw here, try to catch the defense in pass mode, sneak a draw. In this case, they're ready for it. No gain, 4th down.
And this is going to work out for them. Out of bounds, and they'll mark it inside the 10. The Dolphins offense ready to take over once again. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10. In motion, it's Waddle. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. A run up the middle with Achan. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes third down. From the gun, here's Tua. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And they're going to get this all the way up close to the 40-yard line. Now a stoppage here for an injured player. That's Jalen Waddle, who's in some discomfort. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. A pair of first downs gives them 1st and 10, up at the 40. Man in motion here is Washington. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On the handoff, this is Achan. And he is going to be stuffed well behind the line of scrimmage. That play going absolutely nowhere.
You have to wonder if next time, does the play caller give his quarterback some options to check out of this play? It was clear before the ball was snapped. This was not a great look for that play call, and you can see the end result.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tungo Bailoa. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. Here comes the Jacksonville offense now, heading back onto the field. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. That's complete to Etienne. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
They get 25 on that connection. 1st down, Jacksonville.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not, and when he throws it, catch it.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Motion man, set right. Lawrence gives this one to Etienne. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Once again, it's ETN. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman, sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
Throwing is Lawrence. Now a screen set up for ETN. And he's going to get there. He got the first down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
The best time to call a screen is when the defense is anticipating pass. Allow that defensive front to rush the passer. Just get through the offensive line enough before you drop it to your back. Get out behind those big offensive linemen and pick up the first down.
And in motion is Brown. They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Once you see that guy coming across the formation pre-snap, Mike, you have to be thinking jet sweep instantly. It's just such a dangerous play that always has the potential for this type of yardage, especially when he wins that race to the edge.
A first down throw for Lawrence. Still going inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. De'Ami Brown. Touchdown, Jaguars.
We're seeing this so much all across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Jaguars move out to a 7-3 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. The Dolphins offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. "7-3 is the score. With 2 minutes to play in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. This one complete to Washington. And it'll be a short pickup that's not enough for the first down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
Tua gonna throw here on 3rd and 1. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And Tua very wisely hits the deck after picking up the first down. He'll drop to throw. That's to the sideline and intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
They put Strange in motion. Lawrence now to throw on first down. That's caught over the middle by Thomas. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that anytime a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Set to go now on 1st and 10. In motion comes Thomas. On first down, Lawrence. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass you say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Now a timeout for Jacksonville. Their 2nd, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining until halftime. So, 4th down, and on comes the rookie, Cam Little, for this Jaguar field goal. This a 46-yard attempt. Little's kick is good. And the Jaguars going to tack on 3 more, extending the lead here late in the first half.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Dolphins offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. Just the lone field goal for them so far, down 10-3 in this one. And they'll start 1st and 10. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here, and it'll come with 15 seconds to play in this first half. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. A shotgun snap for Tua. That's caught field by Waddle. That's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Jaguars are out on top as we send you up to Orlando for a check-in with Jonathan Coachman. He's got our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, it's all yours.
All right, Mike, we'll take it from there as we welcome everyone into our EA Sports studios and our halftime report. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen.
Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. On the return, it's Tank Bigsby. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Jaguars offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Play action now. It's Lawrence. That's to the sideline, taken in by Thomas.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
A good spot here, 2nd and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Trevor avoids the hit, takes a slide, but also picks up a first down.
These are the plays that are just crushing for a defense. Here you are, you think you're about to make a big stop, force 4th down, and get the football back, but instead you let the quarterback get loose. He picks up the first down with his legs, and now you got to defend a fresh set of downs.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second and 7. They'll run it once more with Etienne. Etienne has the first down, still going. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. They go play action for Lawrence. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Second down, Lawrence. This one is caught, and it's the tight end, Strange. Here's a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. And he's in. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars move out in front by the score of 17-3. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Washington now to return it. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. To throw is Tua. That's taken in by Achane. And good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on 1st down.
Great example of 1st down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly 2nd down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Hill brought in motion. A play fake. Now Tua to throw. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back.
Just nowhere to go once he catches this ball. You see, he's doing everything in his power to make guys miss and break tackles. Think he ended up doing a little bit too much because he ends up going backwards.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Tua. Sending it deep for Waddle. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line. There's Trevor Lawrence as he and the Jaguars get set for their next drive. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Now a quick throw taken in by Brown.
Really nice timing on that slant route. You can tell the quarterback and the wide receiver are completely on the same page, and when executed at that level, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On the give, it's ETN. And this will be a Jaguars 1st down as he gets this up past the 35. Lawrence on the draw, it's ETN. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's ETN. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure if it's this big lead or if it's just this second half pressure getting to him, but that's just a careless throw by the quarterback. And don't let this lead fool you. Throws like that can change this game in an instant. And this defense knows they gave him one and they let him off the hook.
A fair catch called for and made just beyond their own 15. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Achane. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. From the gun, here's Tua. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a 1st down. That's a gain of 14 and a 1st down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
On 1st down, Tagovailoa. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Great pre-snap identification by the quarterback, realizing that the blitz was coming and exactly where the soft spot in the defense would be. He's able to put that slant route right on the front shoulder pad of his receiver, leads to a real nice run after catch, and brings up 1st down.
Now a 1st down throw for Tua. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again, it's Tua. No one open, he'll drop it to his running back. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And what really stands out about this drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets. It puts so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, the quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
To the air again, Tagovailoa. That is caught left side by Waddle. Nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a 1st down.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these 1st downs and go finish with 6.
Tua to throw again. That's to Waddle again. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. And he's into a slide to avoid the contact. Does so successfully, and it's a first down. It's a gain of 10, and they'll get a fresh set of downs.
Those plays are killers for a defense. You think you have the quarterback hemmed in. You think you have a chance for your pass rush to get you off the field. Instead, he gets away, picks up some tough yards, and sets his team up 1st and goal.
Looking to set up the screen there, but he decides not to force it, and it's incomplete.
I know this play results in an incomplete pass, but I think this is a really good job by the quarterback. His clock was going off. He felt that rush. He had no immediate target to go to with the ball. Instead, throw it away. Don't take the sack. Live for another day.
This one caught at the 4. And some space opening up as he works it down to the 2. Two plays at their disposal, but they'd love to get it right here on 3rd and goal. They'll bring Waller in motion here. They'll run with a chance. No place to run there. Good job by the D to stop him. This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked, and they will turn it over on downs.
So the offense finds themselves in a tough situation. They're down by 2 scores late in this game. They know this is a prime opportunity. They need to play for a touchdown. And instead, the defense makes a huge stand, and they got a chance now to close this game out.
The Jags offense ready to get back to work. As we look back at some of the highlights of this one, you'll see a lot of them, Greg, coming from the passing game. They've done a nice job picking the defense apart.
Yeah, and I think that's the right way to say it. It hasn't necessarily been just a bunch of deep shots, a bunch of explosives. It's been more methodical. It's been precise. They've really been all over their execution, and this is about as close to a complete performance as you're going to see from any offense throughout the course of this season.
And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger, up past the 25.
An interesting decision there by the play caller to put this ball in the air. Mike, you're up by 2 scores. Traditional wisdom says, hey, we're up by 2 scores late in the 4th quarter. We've got to keep this clock moving. We don't want to risk an incompletion. Now, they convert. They're able to secure the catch and pick up a fresh set of downs. That's going to enable them to continue to burn more clock, and without a stop, their opponent's not going to get the ball back.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Now a handoff. ETN trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
And what a play by the interior of this defensive line. There was nowhere to run. He's able to get in the backfield for a big stop, and it sets up 4th down.
Jaguars ready to punt this one away. And the receiver with a fair catch, taken successfully. And that's where he'll turn it over to the offense. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump, and they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame.
He runs with it.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
First down awaits at the 26-yard line. And here's 3rd down. Tua. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
And that just can't happen. 3rd and long, just understand, contain the ball, rally tackle, just get the ball carrier on the ground. Not only not able to get to him inside the pocket, he's able to extend the play with his legs and pick up a huge, long 1st down.
Sending it deep for Waddle. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
Can't exactly put my finger on it, but it just seems like this entire game, like this passing game and this quarterback specifically, they've just been off. And whether it's missing these big shots downfield like he did there or just simple underneath layups, there's just something about him today that doesn't look right. And I think it's a big part of the reason they find themselves trailing here in the 4th quarter.
Great timing to call the screen. It's a gain of 17 and a 1st down.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Tua gonna throw. Down the field, he's got Washington. And they're gonna get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete. Jalen Waddle, the intended target, and it'll bring up 2nd and goal.
Defense has a chance to all but end this game, but they can't secure the interception, and now the offense has new life. But is there enough time? Do they have enough opportunities still to find themselves in position to go try to pull this one out?
That's hauled in at the 2. And he's close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him short, put him down at the 1. Big play, 3rd and goal coming up. Again, it's Tua. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
The last thing you can afford in this situation, Mike, is to take a sack. You don't want to go backwards and make the fourth down try that much more challenging. Keep the ball on the ground. Even if you come up short, you'd get another crack at it. And I think now on fourth down, if they do go for it, it's got to come through the air.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Travis Etienne and the Jaguar offense ready to get back to work. And really, he has not produced a whole lot of highlights as we thought about coming in that he could be a featured back in this one. Instead, no running lanes, no room to operate, stuck at the line of scrimmage, and generally taking this offense out of its flow. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They'll give it to Etienne to start this drive. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Second down and 8. The carry here for Etienne. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to third down. The Dolphins going to use their final timeout here. They'll talk things over before third down. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. Third down. My focus, Greg, was on picking up the first down. Forget that. They go down the field and in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, and I don't think it was just your focus, Mike. I think in this case, it was the defense's focus. They're so worried about where that first down marker was that they allowed them to get that ball up and over the top for the deep strike touchdown.
Here's Cam Little for the PAT. The kick is good, and the Jaguars extend to a 24-3 lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Washington now to return it. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a first down. A shotgun snap for Tua. This one caught by Waller. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
When you're running a crossing route versus man coverage, you understand that there's going to be nobody waiting for you on the far side of the field. So if you can create separation on your man defender and separate away, there's a lot of green grass, and that's where the quarterback went with the ball.
This one complete to Washington. And he's going to go out of bounds with no time remaining on the clock. This game is over. So it is a win for our visitors, the Jaguars. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance. They held the other guys to just a field goal, that's all. And that defensive unit was the driving force in this victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Good night from South Florida.